One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas A&M's offense will get first crack at it today. It felt like a victory for all of college football when these two met for the first time since 2011, a game that we called in just last year. Texas showed that resilience, went into Kyle Field, and just as they had done in the previous meeting, they walked out of Aggie land with a W.
Well, Texas ran the football last year. They were dominant up front when Travion Weiser had a career day with 186 rushing yards. Remember that great Arch Manning run early in the game for a touchdown as well? They were doing it all sorts of ways. And you know, coming into this one, David, they're going to want to get that ground game established.
And you know Coach Elko, who is a physical, tough, defensive-minded coach, the head coach for Texas A&M. He's talking about that. You guys got bludgeoned up front. You got beat down. They got a couple turnovers in the red area. Otherwise, that game would have been even worse. They scored on defense, not on offense. A&M has a lot to prove in this game from what happened last time they faced each other.
Looking for a crease. It's Moss. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Fires to the big fella. The Aggies are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
He'll pull it down and run. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Snowed under by the defense. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Looking for a crease to the left. Turn it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas's offense will go to work for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. You can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it from the gun. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Concepcion. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Off play action. It's complete. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rival. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have controlled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. This is now a 7-point game. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to pass, it's Reed. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to breaks into the open. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Texas A&M going up tempo.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything move.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it?
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's third and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grab, go to the middle. It's Moore. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Manning. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Longhorn! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Yeah, and the pass passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll take the deep shot. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Finds a little space. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Defense in press coverage. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's a mid-stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Dropping back, it's Reed. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Yeah, and how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, the Lone Star Showdown is among the most bitter rivalries in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Texas A&M and Texas plays out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Texas offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get a...
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line.
Touchdown, Aggies! And that one will put them up here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get...
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Finds his tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Second down, he'll throw it. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle. Man, those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running back.
Oh, he's got some space. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Manning. On target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot, It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to go deep. He's got it. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Gets it out quickly. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Reed. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one is perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Cradles it at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got his man quickly. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give as they work on that clock. Finds a crease at the 20. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Reed. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Got his man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Behind the chains now on second and long.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the...
He's got it inside the 15. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Keeps looking downfield. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Aggie! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
From the gun. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach. You know, and the
deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The latest edition of this tradition-rich rivalry ends with the Aggies saying howdy to a victory over the despised Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.